to serve as your chair over the last 4 years. I got involved. Because I'm a teacher and I believe in making a difference. I want to leave this world a little better than I found it. And teaching middle school, teaching civics, I tell my students, you have to get involved. You got to do service. You got to get out there, make your views known, take some action, get involved. And I said, you know what, I need to do that too. And that was 2005. And so 2005 I started to get in. And a few other things happened in between. I'm not going to go through all of that, but my first year of teaching, I thought teaching middle school was really, really difficult. But you know what? Try being involved in democratic politics. And I will tell you something though. While both have legions of frustration, while both have many disappointments, there is something deeply gratifying about working to make this world a little bit a better place by electing people, by supporting those who are going to come after us. It is really something else. So let me just say a few things. Also, you got to count some more votes. Don't worry, we're not waiting on Senator Cory Booker this time, so it won't take too long. But I do have to share just a few things too. My favorite president, Barack Obama, he said, it is that fundamental belief that I am my brother's keeper and that I am my sister's keeper that we have to reclaim in America. And that was said 14 years ago, and it needs to be said again. We need to make sure that we take that on. We now have huge challenges ahead of us. Runaway inequality, which the tax plan just made worse. We've got catastrophic climate change that is happening daily as we look at the news. We've got a worsening racial dynamics, divisions also driven by the White House. But we know what part of the solution is, a big part of the solution is, and that's electing a diverse array of Democratic, mostly female candidates next year. But I do love history. I'm not going to go through everything. I'll just give you maybe 2 sentences for each of the 4 years that I've been here. 2014. Oh, 2014. What a year. There were 6 elected officials retired. 6 elected officials retired. We lost 99 years of combined elected officials experience. We were involved in, wait for it, 3 caucuses, 2 special elections, 1 congressional primary, and a November election. Oh, and a battle for parliamentarian too. All of that happened in 2014, and we did not win every race. But you know what? When we lost one, we brushed the shoulders off. We got back to work because you know what? Making Arlington affordable, making Arlington environmentally friendly, that matters, and that's a huge thing, and that is something that we should all take part in and make sure we make a difference to do. And so in 2014, while we didn't win every race, actually it was Arlington's contribution that helped elect Senator Warner, who, by the way, Senator Mark Warner is leading the charge on investigating whatever happened with Russia in our elections. 2015. In 2015, the voter turnout goes way down. It goes way down. And, we were saying here, young people are not going to vote this year. Well, you know what? We had young people run for office this year, and we had an open process. We had Katie Crystal and Christian Dorsey come out, and they came and they made the case for affordable housing. And some said, well, don't talk about affordable housing. They don't like it this year. They said, no, that is our values. This is what we care about, making and protecting Arlington for the middle class. And they made that part of their key campaign message, and they won both by more than 10,000 votes and only 30,000 votes overall in cast. And then there was 2016. Yeah. So, here's the thing. If Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin would have had an Arlington County Democratic Committee, we would have President Hillary Clinton. We set 4 goals for absentee and person voting, for voter registration, for Democratic margin, and for overall voter turnout. And we exceeded every single one of them, and were a crucial part in Hillary Clinton winning Arlington, winning Virginia. The next day, I may never have been so sad before outside the death of a family member. That next day, Kerry Johnson came at Nam Viet, and we had our luncheon. We're going to do it again, hopefully, next in 2018. But after that, we had a gathering, and we said we got to reach out to new voters. We got to reach out to new voters, and that's what we did. And one of the things I started looking around our committee, I said, "Wow, we have got such amazingly talented, wonderful, dedicated people who are so creative." Like, how did I end up being chair of this amazing group of people? I am just astounded by what we're able to do. And it said, okay, it's 2017. The highest we ever had voter turnout was back in 1993. We had about 53% turnout. So it's okay, maybe we can get to 55% turnout. Well, Arlington Democrats, for active voters, we set those ambitious goals again. All of our efforts turned out to vote in Arlington. 58% is what we exceeded in doing. And by the way, thanks to Steve Baker and so many others, Beyond Arlington was strong from January right through December, calling. And yeah, we called in Alabama too and helped out on Doug Jones. But we took care of Arlington and we helped out Beyond Arlington. So let me just say, let me leave you with something. One book that I've really enjoyed, Dr. Martin Luther King, his last book. It's Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community? And in that he relates a story. And he relates a story about the first time he made a transatlantic flight. And he talks about how when he flew across the Atlantic, the flight over was 6 hours, and the flight back was 9 hours. And he asked the pilot, why would this be? And the pilot said, well, Dr. King, on the way over, we've got a 100-mile-an-hour tailwind. On the way back, we've got a 100-mile-an-hour headwind, and that affects it. But don't worry, these engines are strong enough to keep us moving forward. And Dr. King said, that is exactly what we need to do with social movements. We need to build those engines of social change so that we can keep moving the country forward no matter which way the wind is blowing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just leave you with this. The Arlington County Democratic Committee is one of those engines of social change. We exist to make this world a little better than we found it. So let's go out, let's choose some great candidates this year. Let's make sure that we go out and empower some more of our fellow citizens by registering to vote. Let's make sure we talk to them about issues that matter. Yes, let's make some phone calls, let's knock on some doors. Folks, let's go out there and win some elections. It has been my true honor to serve as your chair, and I'm so happy that we are going to get to turn it over to somebody who is probably going to take us to the next level. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and stay tuned until I get the paper to announce our winners. Thank you.